my friends, welcome back. Jake Andrews here with Blues Rock Guitar Lessons. What's going on? Today we are gonna get into one of the greatest classic soul, rock, blues songs of all time. Born Under a Bad Sign by Albert King. Legendary Albert King. One of the greatest of blues and rock guitar. One of the most influential blues and rock guitarists of all time as well. Of course, Albert King's playing had a direct influence on guys like Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, among everybody else. And who hasn't been influenced by one or all of those guys? So Albert King, legend of the Flying V. I got to play with him one time when I was a kid here in Austin, Texas at Antone's. And that was a great moment for me, getting to sit in and play with Albert King. So, Born Under a Bad Sign. This is off of his classic Stax record, Born Under a Bad Sign. Came out in 1967, cut there in Memphis, Tennessee, Stax Studios, with all those great players on the record. Steve Cropper, Duck Dunn, all those cats, guys from Booker T and the MGs playing in the rhythm on this. Memphis Horns, some of the greatest musicians in that genre of all time. So, this song is in this key of C sharp, and the well-known kind of bass line rhythm part, that's the part that everybody recognizes. However, you got to understand that's not actually Albert King playing that. That's most likely Steve Cropper playing that part. So Albert King is really just playing lead in the key of C sharp. But today we're going to look at learning that rhythm part, because that's the cool driving part of the song, and that's the fun part to play. I'm going to show it to you the way I like to play it and the way I like to teach it. Not exactly certain the way or the position Steve Cropper was playing the original in, but this is how I like to play it, and it sounds real good. I think you'll agree. So listen to this. This is the main rhythm verse, and then we will get into it and start breaking it down. We go 1, 2. That's really it. We just kind of keep repeating variations of that. Some verses are a little longer than others, but that's really all there is to it. All right, come in here close and let's start to break it down. All right, guys, so as I said, we're in the key of C sharp, and we are actually playing in the third minor pentatonic pattern for the key of C sharp, but down low, okay? So that what that means is here's C sharp, first box here. Behind this is the fifth pattern down low. Behind this is the fourth pattern down low. And behind this is the third pattern. The reason I say this is because sometimes I've seen them numbered in a different order, and this is what I call them. So third pattern is this one. If you want to get better at those, be sure and look at my videos on the pentatonic patterns, okay? Where I show you those, break them down. All right, so third box down low, and I'm simply playing this lick. I'm starting first finger, second fret, low E string, and I pick there and I go to my ring finger. And I drop down. I'm basically kind of walking down the scale. So at that point, I stop and I come back to this note on the fifth string, ring finger. Now the timing is like. That's where the emphasis is. Now I like to put a little vibrato on here. It always sounds good. Okay? If you're just going to play the bass line, you can put that vibrato. Okay. What I actually do though is I throw a seventh chord in between this and the second part of the riff. Okay. So the seventh chord is formed off of this note, and what it is this C shape right here with my pinky on the ring on the third string. Okay. Now it becomes a seventh. Okay, C, 7, C sharp 7. I really just want to strum these 4 strings. And I have a good grip on it. It's just like a C chord with my pinky on the third string. So that's your C sharp 7. Okay, you with me, guys? Okay, so I just hit it. I play what we call a chink. Okay, I just hit it like that and cut it off. So I go. Now that brings up an important point. I want to form the chord from the top down, not from the bottom up. Don't do that, guys. I want you to try to get used to this because I'm hitting the root note and then I want to let everything else just fall into place. Now, I answer that bass line part by going low open E string and then this root note here on the 5th string, 4th fret. So, in other words, and once again the timing is at that point, I throw another chink right there on the 7th chord. Okay? I'm going to put these together real slow like this. And that's it. I keep alternating those. Now, a simpler approach, that, especially if you're a beginner and you want to just try this at first, is to eliminate the chord and just do the bass line and alternate it. That sounds awesome. But once you can get that, I want you to try to start throwing that chord in. Start real slow because it's a little tricky to drop that chord in sometimes, but then you can bring it up to speed. Now, you'll have to listen to the original recording. Some verses are a little longer than others, okay? My general recommendation, just as a kind of simple way of learning it, is playing the chord and lick, both parts of it, back and forth 4 times. Then we're going to go to the next section. So I would go like this. Don't play the chord again, okay? End it right here. Or rather, just hesitate there. And I want to do that same chord shape, but I want to jump all the way up here to the 8th fret. Basically what I'm doing is I'm walking up to the 5 chord for the key of C sharp, which would be right here. Same chord shape throughout. Okay, so I really just want to hit each of those chords and go. that timing. Bop, 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 bop. Then hit it twice more there, like. Actually, I want you to hit one more time, and then we're going to walk it back like this. Hit it twice there, so I go 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. Okay. Okay, you got that? Dun, 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 2, 3, dun, 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 2. Cut it off on that last chord. And then finally, here's our bass riff we come out of. We go. So first finger to ring finger, second and fourth fret. Now open E to your first finger, second fret. So. And then finally your ring finger, fifth string, fourth fret. Okay. And then finish it out with. To the next verse, okay? Let's play all that slow speed. Sounds like this. 1, 2. And then we're into the next verse. Once again, it's very important at the end of that, when you're transitioning to these chords up here, don't hit this chord, okay? On that last time, go. Just hold there for a minute and then go to the 7th chord at the 8th fret. All right, and here it is, full speed. 1, 2. Okay, everybody, hope you enjoyed looking at that. Born Under a Bad Sign by Etta King. Have fun with that. That's a classic. You've got to be able to play that. Now, of course, you would play any lead over it in your C sharp minor pentatonic, okay? Mostly Etta King, for us, our purposes, he's mostly playing up in the first and second boxes of the minor pentatonic. So have fun with that and hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you would, subscribe to my channel. Come back and check out new videos regularly with me here at YouTube, and come and see me over at bluesrockguitarlessons.com. I break down all the old classic blues and rock songs, break them down into really in-depth, detailed videos, verse by verse, and I got a lot of cool material over there. I look forward to working with you guys, and see you soon.